All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the April Patreon exclusive show for
That's this
Bonsai
month.
Pop. That is this month.
It's exciting.
I'm Mike.
Month number
People
4.
can introduce themselves.
Month number wait, month number 4?
What? The fuck, Grant?
Sorry,
It's
go,
month
Tyler,
number 4.
introduce
It's
us.
April.
he's saying because it's the 4th month of
Yeah.
the year.
Duh.
Not
That's
because it's the
stupid.
4th
Tyler,
month.
introduce
Month
yourself.
number 4. Yeah,
I'm Tyler,
Who the
and
fuck
I
you?
thought that Grant was saying it's our 4th month doing this. And
I
I was like,
know.
you're dumb.
It's literally month number 4 of 2019.
Yeah,
You guys
I got
you
you
get
now.
it now. You get it.
I got it now.
Yeah, we're on the same
This is
page.
why our script meetings take so long. These are the issues that we have.
It's always
Oh my
communication. Human language is clunky, okay? I'd rather do it telepathically,
Hey.
but I can't. I
Hey,
can't.
green people, introduce yourselves.
I'm Grant.
Yeah.
I host The Story Never Knew. I talk about anime, and that's me. The guy above me, his name
I'm
is
Ryan,
Brian.
and Grant confuses the fuck out of me, even though I've lived with him for 8 years.
Yeah.
Welcome.
And-
It's month number 4. It's the best Patreon exclusive video month, obviously. Month 4. Yeah.
the 4th.
It's Ryan, the white boy anime pleb.
White boy anime pleb.
You ever notice how a 4 kind of looks like a house on stilts, but one of the stilts is missing?
All right, on that note, Mike, take us to what we're talking about today.
Okay, so let's talk about the channel. Let's see what did we do in between now and the last
The
time we
last one?
recorded a Patreon show? Because I think there's
everything.
been
We did
Yeah.
literally everything.
Tokyo Ghoul's
Okay.
back. That's the big
the
news.
Tokyo. Yes,
The first-
Grant.
the
Why
first-
don't you tell us about Tokyo Ghoul? Because you were real hurt in your booty hole about that.
Yeah, that
was his
hurt me
baby.
on the inside. Yeah, I mean, it was like, so, whew, that video. Okay, so here's the emotional roller coaster that Tokyo Ghoul took me on. I watched Tokyo Ghoul for the first time before I wrote it, and I finished the second season, and I couldn't bring myself to watch the third one. And I wanted to make a video for people who were kind of in my shoes. Like, if you weren't a huge fan of seasons 1 and 2, and you weren't quite sure about 3, this video is for you. And then just the script itself, the meeting it just took forever, and I just wasn't writing.
hours.
Yeah, I wasn't writing how I wanted
Oh
to
my
write.
God.
And it was just like a nightmare all around. But then finally, the video releases and it explodes out the gate. It did so well its
Doing
first
crazy
day.
well
And
for
then
its first day.
it just gets copyright struck. Bam! It's gone.
The
Just
next day,
like
one
that
day later.
horrible week, and then it's just gone.
And it wasn't just like it
Yeah,
wasn't
a
just like
copyright
a
strike.
demonetization. It wasn't like a fucking. It wasn't like, hey, we gotta take your video down. It was like, your channel is in trouble. You are in trouble. You were bad.
We got a
Like,
third of the way to getting our channel deleted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a
typically-
slap on the wrist. Is what happened.
Let's talk about this for a second, because there's two different ways to get copyright striked, right?
Mhm.
Typically, when you get copyright striked, it's by an automated system where the money either the video just gets demonetized but it stays up, or the video stays monetized and then goes to whoever copyright struck it. This was a manual takedown of the video. It was not an automated thing. It was somebody who found our video the second day from I don't remember the company's name, but Dickholes Anonymous.
Just their
and
publisher.
yeah,
Just their
whoever the
American
publisher is.
Yeah.
And then proceeded to say, "Fuck you, we're only going to take this down, but we're also going to copyright strike your channel on top of it."
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, you only get 3. You only get 3. So if you get hit, and the thing is that nothing in our video was not fair use. Like, our video was 100% fucking fair use. So we were wrongfully copyright struck. Our channel got the first fucking strike, and it was bad. Like, Tokyo Ghoul was what, our third, fourth video or something like
I
that.
think?
It was our fourth
Yeah.
video.
Fourth, yeah.
Yeah,
That
it was,
sounds
it
right.
was right after the Promised Neverland.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh shit, like, did we make a mistake going for anime? Is this going to happen every fucking time we put out a video? Because Japan is, and always has been, very difficult when it comes to copyright stuff. They're very, very protective about their IPs. We've talked about it in plenty of Tree School videos. Nintendo used to be really bad. Konami is Satan. It's just like, so it was really fucking nerve-wracking. Not only did it take the video down that Grant particularly struggled with, but it killed our momentum for a while.
Which was
And
insane.
a 6-hour
Yeah.
script meeting goes right out the window.
Yeah, we had unreal momentum out of the gate with this channel. Of the four first videos that we put out, I think 3 of them are at 100,000 views now.
The only
Including
one that
Tokyo
isn't
Duel.
is ReZero, and that's arguably because we pitched it heavily from Treesicle, and nobody from Treesicle knew who the hell Mike was. And so
Yeah.
they only
That
watched
is
Cowboy Bebop, and my guess is that they didn't really give ReZero a chance.
Probably
That-
either
that's-
that or just like I don't know why that video isn't doing as well as the rest of them.
Such a good video.
Like the views were pretty even at first, and the watch time is about even, and they're about the same length. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
YouTube give it,
Demand.
and YouTube take it.
Demand.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I think there's definitely something to be said for a classic anime versus one that is, I mean, not definitely lesser well known, and also just like Cowboy Bebop is like a staple.
Yeah.
Of
So is
anime,
Tokyo
right?
Ghoul.
Yeah,
Promise
but-
Neverland is super hot right now.
Yeah,
Um,
and it's like ReZero like came out years ago. You know,
it's
like
a light novel.
yeah, had we released ReZero on the announcement day of season 2. Maybe it would have been a different story, but we didn't even know that was
Yeah.
coming. You know, we
That's
were
true.
doing it because you wanted to do ReZero specifically.
And s-
And
Yeah, I
stand-
never thought season 2 was coming. I didn't think they
Yeah.
were going to do it at all.
but it did.
But-
or it
But
is
I
coming.
stand by that choice. Is like that is still one of my favorite videos on the channel.
Nice. I like that. I like that one a lot. It was fun to make, and it was really nerve-wracking because it was my first time, you know, like with a potential audience. You know, like
Popping
obviously I
that
have my own
cherry.
channel,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
but yeah.
popping
But,
that
uh,
Mike cherry.
So then after that we released what, Kaguya next?
Slime. Was
Slime.
before Kaguya, wasn't
Slime, then
Nah.
Kaguya.
I don't think that's
it? Guys,
I'm
we
checking
have
right
the
now.
power of
I
the
think
internet.
it was Slime,
No, we don't.
Kaguya, Mob,
It was Slime and
then
then Kaguya.
Then the
Yeah.
whatever Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z,
missed
Toonami
Mob.
video. Then
missed
Yeah.
what did we just do? We just did
The-
One Punch.
Ryan can never hear anybody when he's talking.
the order goes: Cowboy Bebop and ReZero first. Promise Neverland was second. Tokyo Ghoul, then Slime, then Kaguya, then Mob, then Sailor Moon Changed the World, and then One Punch Man.
So Slime got like 32,000 views, but that's been a slow crawl. That's been getting like maybe like 900 views a day since it came out, kind of deal.
Hey guys, I figured out where the light is coming from.
Your computer?
Yeah.
Pooter.
Yeah.
I
figured.
Oh.
Yeah, and then so we put out Slime and it was slow crawling and we were like, oh shit. And then we put out Kaguya and Kaguya is still only sitting at 15,000 views for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
mean,
I
it's
guess
not that big of a anime, really. Yeah.
no, I got confused on it because I was watching it, and while I was watching it, all the memes that I saw on like Instagram and Twitter were all Kaguya. I was like, this must be huge, you know. And I like, we'll do a video on it, and then you know, it just kind of did what it did. And
Welcome to
was
social
done.
media where they tailor
But-
everything to you.
But again, I think that's fine. Like the goal of Bonsai Pop as a whole is not to hit every single anime trend on the nose. Like we want to hit some of them. Like we released One Punch Man with the release of season 2, but there's not going to be a better time to do One Punch Man in the near future. You know, it makes
No,
sense.
I mean,
Mhm.
you know, and the thing is, you don't want to hit trends every single time.
Right.
No.
The Sailor Moon one was not a trend at all, and it's doing fucking great.
Yeah.
it's true.
Mm-hmm. And like you just get a bloated channel if you always hit trends. You get yourself in this hole where you always have to hit trends.
Yeah.
You know, whereas if you build it
Treesicle,
slowly, but yeah, if you build
Yeah.
it like slowly, then you can like over time you have a very solid subscriber base. They all love you. They come back every time. They're like, wow, you know,
That's
you don't
you guys
always
are.
get crazy views, but I love every video because I feel the passion oozing out of it, and people
Yeah.
are drawn to that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The draw.
So now we're in a much better place.
Yeah.
You know, One Punch Man is sitting at 30,000 views. That's 10,000 views a day. Sailor Moon's sitting at 36,000 views, which is great.
And that's
Um,
probably better than it would have gotten if we released it on Treesicle.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the thing
saying.
is, the ceiling is higher on Treeskull though. Like
That's
when we
true.
released our Sailor Moon video on Treeskull, it got shit views, and then it ended up with 130,000 or something like that sitting at now.
I mean,
Um,
everything gets like 100,000+ on Treeskull though.
Yeah, which is like
Eventually.
that's
Eventually.
eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a good ceiling to have, like that 100,000 view ceiling.
Oh yeah.
You know, if we were getting that on Bonsai Pop right now, it'd be fucking
Well,
great.
dude, honestly, what's gonna happen is something is gonna happen where the YouTube gods part the seas, shine down on us. Our dick will grow 3 times in length, and one video is gonna pop off to 600,000 views. And
That'd be really cool.
It's just a matter of time. Like, I mean, shit. Like One Punch Man, right? We released One Punch Man, and it was like, it was right after the release of season 2, right?
Yeah, it was.
So, it was
Season
a couple-
2 came out that Tuesday, and then we released on Saturday.
Yeah. So I mean, we hit the trend, so to speak, and so this is a good one that's probably gonna pop off, and we're starting to see it pop off, but it's not
Right.
going to that like 500,000 view mark. One video is gonna get lucky in the next couple of months. That's just gonna really pop off, and then it's gonna bring in a shit ton of subscribers, a shit ton of views, and then it'll like you get these little peaks, and then it'll drop back down, and then we'll pop off, and another video might hit 1 million or 1 million plus. That's what happened to Treeskull with Sonic the Hedgehog, because Sonic the Hedgehog popped
Yeah,
off
Sonic
to
was
like
the one that popped it.
I think
Nice.
it popped off quick. It popped off.
Still our most viewed video.
I mean, it's still our most
by
viewed
far.
video. Yeah,
Really?
it has like
Far, dude.
5 or 6
did you
million
guys-
views. It has
How did
more.
you guys not become the Sonic guys?
I mean, we were for a while.
We did do a lot of Sonic videos.
We did a lot of Sonic videos and they worked very well. We also did a lot of Pokemon and they did very well. And then all the FNAF heads came in and said, "Fuck Sonic.
What's a
fuck
Sonic?
Pokemon?
What's a
I don't
Pikachu
care."
man?
What's Springtrap? Why did you see William Afton?
What's 2007? That's like that was like when my older brother was born.
Oh god.
So the channel's doing well. There's been a ton of positivity. Like, you know, even with the videos getting bigger, like, you know, we only get like one dickhead comment a video or so.
Yeah.
And
Good.
then
That's how you know you make it.
yeah, and then Patreon has doubled in size, over doubled in size since our last video, which is great. We're at 33 patrons, I believe. So thank you guys so much. We're so happy and proud that the Patreon. I mean, how many patrons do we have on Treeskull?
Not that many.
Not many.
Not that many. So so
don't
you
even
guys
know.
are.
I mean, to be fair, we don't do anything on that Patreon because we fucked it up early on. But we learned, and guess what? Bonsai Pop Patreon, not making those mistakes.
Yeah, and it's working out.
We figured it out, and I think we figured out good tiers that we feel comfortable with that aren't breaking our back to have to do every month. You know, like
Yeah.
all of our tiers, I actually enjoy doing, and I don't find them like stressful or like, oh fuck, we got to do this thing. You know?
Tedious. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's like
It's stuff that we'd be doing anyway. The script
Well, yeah.
meetings, we're already sitting in on a script meeting. We may as well record it, right? We're already watching anime.
I've been saying for
We-
fucking years that we should be recording our script meetings because they're fucking ridiculous half the time.
yeah,
Like our
Yeah.
meetings in general are fucking insane.
and like the only thing we
So-
have to go out of the way for is the Bonsai Pop show, which is still just, we're going to be doing, we're going to be switching it up, but this is our second one. These two have just been us shooting the shit, sitting down and going over the channel and explaining things and talking
Yeah.
to the patrons.
But
Um,
Ryan makes a good point right there. We aren't going to do this every single monthly Patreon episode. We do have other things that we'd like to try that we're not gonna spoil the surprise, so to speak. But we have things besides just like a podcast style thing that we want to do.
We might get naked,
And they don't involve harmonicas.
but
Ryan,
it will involve nudity.
Have you been practicing that trick I showed you?
Yeah.
I'll teach you. So the other way to do it better is when you do it and then you put your hand over it like this. And then watch me, Ryan. You go like this. So when you breathe in, you pull out and then come back in. So make a cup, right? Cup over the whole thing. All right.
Ryan's fucking hand is so
No.
big.
Now it's like a.
All right.
I
So,
want
can
Ryan
There
to
you go.
sing
There
the
you go.
blues.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Can we
That
be done
felt
with the
deserty to me.
part of the-
Yeah.
I could see like a slow pan on some cacti during that. You know, it's like Santa Fe. I dig it. Anyway,
Yeah,
so yeah, we're gonna be changing it up, guys. There'll be more variety, you could say.
And more harmonica, if you so desire.
Definitely
No.
more harmonicas.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so channel's good, Patreon's good. All right, let's get into what we've been doing personally this month. So has what animes have you watched this month that we haven't necessarily covered yet as of right now? What day is it today?
So it is the 16th.
It was the 16th,
Oh,
so we were
dude.
smack dab in the middle of April.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
a question.
So what have you guys been watching?
I've got fucking I've rewatched Dragon Maid. I've rewatched because so Ryan needed a clip, right, of like of what did you need a clip for, Ryan? That I gave you a Dragon Maid clip for?
Prison? Was it
No.
prison or was
No. It was like business or something, or
Oh, it was like the boss came in and was yelling at the girl, and then she started crying. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
the
he
other
Or
needed,
one
work
like-
tripped
sucking
her.
or something?
yeah, he needed like shitty like corporate people.
Yeah, corporate bullshit.
basically. And Ryan was like, "Is there any anime that has that?" I was like, "I think there's actually a Dragon Maid episode that has something that you could use." So I went back and I was finding it for him, and then I started watching it, and then I rewatched the whole thing.
That happens.
because it's just that good, man. It's just that good.
So
Can't-
what
can't
what
not.
is it? What's it called?
Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Okay. What's it like? What's it about?
It's like one of my favorite anime of all time. Like of any anime I've seen. Like it's so good. It's a reverse isekai anime where you have a fantasy character that comes into the regular world and is living among humans. And it's this dragon in her human form who becomes a maid for this woman who lives by herself.
A sexy maid.
She's got boobs.
Yeah.
Therefore,
They,
Nice.
There's
sexy.
definitely a lot of you know how anime has like boob noise, like boobs bounce and
like,
they have like a
mhm.
specific
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
They have
There's a
boob
lot of that.
noise.
There's a lot of boob noise going on.
Okay. Okay.
Into it.
Yeah, but it's so funny, it's so fun, and then it gets all feely at the end, and it's like God, I can't wait for season 2. It's probably gonna
Okay.
come out next year though.
So would you say that it's like an ecchi, or is it like is it like a dirty anime,
No,
or is it? No, it's just like a fun time.
no, it's a very fun time. It's very wholesome. It's
Okay.
it's pretty
Minus
gay.
the boob jigglies.
Yeah, well, it's wholesome minus the boob jigglies.
So there's
it's-
fan service.
Yeah, I mean, what I think it's episode 7. Like each episode has like the name and then parentheses something funny next to it.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what episode 7 is called, but next to it it says the fan service episode. Frankly,
Oh, okay. Nice. All right. Yeah, that's fair. It's usually episode 7. Usually they go to the beach or they go
Yep.
to the sauna.
yep, they went to the beach.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, and like there's definitely like one dragon that is like specifically fan service, but she's funny. It's all good.
Nice.
But yeah, no,
Okay.
it's very fun. It's very enjoyable. It gets all feely at the end, and there's a lot of like very gay relationships in it that are fun to watch and make you feel all fuzzy inside.
Right on. Tyler, I think your lights are actually too low now because your camera's freezing from time to time.
Mm.
Well, see,
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Your face
like,
is
what am I
so
supposed
white.
to do?
You're overexposed.
Oh, all
Like-
overexposed.
This is usually my problem because I'm so pale. What has
Yeah, I
Portland
don't know
done
what
to you,
I don't know
Tyler?
what to-
You need sun.
I don't need sun though. Like this, what you see, that's not right.
I don't know, man.
All right,
not
it's
enough-
so much
Well,
darker.
if you keep your hand there, it makes your face look right. There you
All
go.
right, we got
Ooh,
this.
There you
Yeah.
go. You
Just
just
keep
show
that
off your
there
ring
the
the whole time.
Problem solved. So it doesn't. My camera doesn't like. It needs something to put light on.
Right.
Apparently.
Maybe it's lonely.
Now, so when his camera just froze, did it freeze for you guys too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like auto
Okay.
brightness? Whatever. Let's fix this later.
No.
We'll fix
Yeah,
it
well,
later.
either way, it's fine. That I think the audio in general is usually what. And
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
who's watching this, if this does come from my screen, gets to see all the comments that pop up in the bottom right corner the entire time.
Fine.
Nice.
Yeah. So, okay, what about you, Ryan? What have you been watching?
Well, I mean, it's basically what Grant's been watching. So
That's it. That's
you
the
should-
only thing you watched in the past like 35
Oh,
days.
I had
plus?
more.
Well, you
past
watched
45
Oh,
One
sorry,
Punch Man
sorry,
as well.
Tyler. Go for it.
Nah,
You finish what
it's fine.
what you've been watching.
Well, I finished, or I watched all the way through SAO Alicization up until their break. SAO is actually good this season.
Yeah, you were saying you liked
It
it.
starts off okay, and then it actually gets better, and then you're like, and then something happens near the end, and you're like, SAO made me feel something.
How'd that happen?
I don't believe
SAO
you.
made me feel something, guys. I don't know how to feel about feeling something.
To be fair, in the first season of SAO, when Kirito and Asuna had their like DigiKid, and were
Yeah.
like living their Digi life with their DigiKid,
Yeah.
I was really digging that
Were you?
for a little while. Yeah, like I was like,
Yeah,
this
they
is
got-
really fucking
They
weird.
got
But
Digi married at like Digi 16 or some
yeah,
shit.
yeah, I was like into that. I was like, man, if the show just keeps going like this, and then they make it all the way through the game, like
Yeah,
the rest
yeah,
of the
but
show is
there's
just
a-
them going through the floors, I would have been into it. I liked
Yeah,
it.
but like that was like a little wholesome, you know. Like this was like something happens and you feel like an emotional response to it. You know?
Right.
So
Yeah,
like
that's
the
good,
opposite
yeah.
of any SAO thing that you
Yeah,
would
that
expect.
doesn't really happen.
Like the
in
polar
SAO.
opposite of the second season,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
was particularly
Fucking
bad.
second
I didn't
season
even finish it.
Yeah.
Alfheim.
Yeah. Alfheim was shit. But
Yeah.
that sucked. Fairy Tail since final season. I'm all caught up on that.
Nice.
That is one of those
writing
things.
A fairy tale script then.
If we need a fairy tale script, all right.
Obviously, we need a fairy. We gotta cover fairy tale at some time.
We
I'm
need
gonna
all
hate
the
myself for
scripts.
it. But yeah, I'll write that at some point. And I don't know. The last season of Fairy Tail was like, it's not bad. I mean, it kind of like Fairy Tail sort of like ran out of steam in season 4, and then they've put out 5 more seasons.
Anime will do that.
So yeah, so you know, it's like it's not bad. It's definitely not good. But I have the How I Met Your Mother experience with it, right? I'm waiting for it to end, and it's still not over, but I know it's gonna be over, so I have to keep watching.
Ted
I see.
Mosby.
Okay.
Oh
I see.
jeez.
I get
Okay.
that.
Right on. So Sword Art and Kobayashi Dragon Maid Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've watched recently. I feel like there is, but I can't think of what it is. So, I've watched My Girlfriend Is a Show Bitch.
Okay.
For
Yeah, that was the
fun.
one that Sammy wanted you to watch.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Is
It's all
that
sorts of like,
Good
is it
job,
like
Sammy.
chewy bubblegum dumb, or is it like
it's like every other line is, oh, it's sexual innuendo, and the guy's like, that's not what I meant, and then it cuts to another scene where it's the same thing.
right? Yeah, there's
And
an
that's
anime
the show.
There's an anime that's current that's like that right now that just started the other day. I can't for the fuck of me remember what the hell it's called. I don't know, but it's like 12-minute episodes, and in each episode, this guy finds himself in a sexual situation with one of his teachers, and like the first episode, the first thing that happens is it shows him in a fucking bathroom stall, like staring at his teacher who's trying to take a piss in the men's room, and hilarity ensues, or it's heavily edited because I don't
Alright.
like heavily edited.
It like has to be.
That's like
basically.
hurting me,
censored.
dude.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like cringing. Ah!
it's good. I like it. I'm watching it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then like obviously I've watched everything that we've done on.
Right.
Mob
Mob and
Mob.
Kaguya.
Yeah, and fuck.
Sailor Moon?
Domestic Girlfriend. I watched.
Domestic Girlfriend. Yeah,
Yeah.
Domestic Girlfriend was great.
Yeah, that was an entertaining one. Not gonna lie, like
Yeah. It's trash. It's like trash.
it's such
shit.
trash.
We've
But it's
talked to you
like-
about it, right? Like the two of you?
Yeah, it's like
I've heard
imagine
quite a bit.
a burning dumpster fire, right? But
Uh-huh.
Got
the
it.
dumpster
Okay.
fire is open. There are fireworks coming out of the
And
fire.
titties.
Yeah, and titties. That's
Okay.
what the show is. So it's like, you know, it's a dumpster fire going in, but you kind of still want to go and watch it because it's like a fireworks show
Because
too.
of the titties?
Yeah.
Oh, 'cause
and
of
there's
the
titties,
fireworks.
so
Okay.
it's very low. So
Yeah, I mean-
so domestic girlfriend. To break it down, kid is in love with his teacher. Like very very in love with his teacher. He finds out, I believe, that his teacher has a boyfriend, or he tries to get over his teacher and goes out with his friends and meets a very interesting girl who is kind of like a feminine version of Grant, for being honest. Like a real Cinderella type.
Okay.
Real what type?
Okay.
I can dig it.
A tsundere, like kind
Oh.
of cold
dude.
and closed off on the outside until you get to know them. They're very like warm and happy, and you know what I mean. Distant people, to a degree. Not that like you
Very
seen
distant
that
and closed off.
Yeah.
in their head.
Yeah.
You know what I
In their
mean?
head, yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
know exactly what you mean. Believe me,
Yeah.
I am not offended.
Okay.
With blue
So,
hair.
so yeah, so she's like, this is only kind of like spoiling the first episode, basically. So she's like, "Hey, do you want to have sex? I just want to get it over with because you hear so much about it, and I want to be able to have that conversation." And he was like, "Sure." So these two have sex, and then expect to never see each other again. But the main character's dad is like, "Oh, hey, I'm getting married
By the way,
like-
son.
tomorrow or something." And he's like, "Okay." It turns out that the woman that his dad is marrying is the mother of not only that girl that he had sex with, but also her sister, who is his teacher that he's in love with.
And then they all move into a house together.
Yeah, and it continues like that. And there's like, it's very interesting. There's like this sub story about him becoming an author as well.
Yeah.
Does it get
Most of the characters-
incestual?
What was that?
Well,
Incestual.
like legally incestual.
Legally
yeah, but-
incestual, but blood incestual, no.
No.
Like
Okay.
they're not like they're stepbrother incestual.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't go Tegan
Okay.
and Sarah on him, you know. what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like
I
we're,
can
we're
get
not
into that.
Jamie and Cersei here, you know.
yeah,
That's right.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, as long as you don't have a
Um,
kid, it's fine. It's fine. Bang your sister. It's just wear a condom.
Hashtag incest. is
Just
when-
don't have kids. Just don't have kids. I'm joking.
Look at Ryan's face during this conversation. It looks like he swallowed like 1 billion Sour Patch Kids.
His basic wall is being chipped out right now.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on. Like I'm having
basic
that like
field.
error 404 when you try and access a web page that doesn't
Yeah.
go through.
Are-
Like
Are you trying
access.
to figure out like why we actually sat through 12 episodes of that?
I'm
It was
trying to figure
entertaining.
out a lot of things, Mike.
it was
That
pretty
is
damn
one of the
entertaining.
things. This whole show idea just does not compute.
It's juicy, dude. It's
Yeah,
hot
here's the
tea
thing,
all the
right?
time.
When you've watched enough anime, it's like, okay, they are in love with.
See, I haven't watched enough anime. That's my
Never
problem.
gonna bang.
Yeah.
They're just gonna be here, just being like.
I'm gonna have a chub throughout this entire
So-
55 episode run.
And, yeah,
What
and this
you're
one's like,
telling me is I have to
first
get
episode,
used to
be
getting
damn
friend
sad.
zoned.
Texting. Yes. What?
Yeah.
I have to get used to getting friend zoned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
if you're gonna be watching a
I
lot
mean-
of anime, especially shonen anime in particular, I think a lot of that sexual tension is created in shonen anime
So that's
Yeah.
why Tyler likes isekai.
for young boys.
I do like isekai.
Well,
anime,
isekai can also be
but-
shonen as well. Like isekai is like a genre within
Oh
that
my
can also
God.
have elements of other genres in it. But anyway, so
Oh.
like the one of the things that I liked about Domestic Girlfriend is that like there are some characters that are deep. Like there's this one girl who is like she's not like a hooker, but she is very very promiscuous.
Mhm.
And like there's actual and like yeah, I think we all knew somebody like this, whether you know as a male or a female. But she's like very alone. She's a latchkey kid. She has scars from hurting herself before, and she's like on the outside, like all in all, she's like a really nice, genuine girl who is just like emotionally damaged, and that's how she deals with it is by having sex with people. And it's like a character you don't really see a lot actually portrayed well that is so fucking real. Like I knew so many people like that in school, you know, that were just like happy decent people, but were like deeply emotionally fucking
had
damaged.
some shit happen to them at some point in their life.
Yeah. And like that, they just like got over it in like shitty ways, like fucking everybody they met, you know,
Yeah.
like.
And then there's you know, the fucking coffee shop guy who, you know, used to be the
The gay,
commander.
the gay ex Yakuza dude.
Yakuza dude.
Yeah.
Who's a little more out there as a character,
Yeah,
but you know
for
what? I
sure.
still enjoy the fact that he's in there.
Yeah, I loved him. So yeah, I think we both would recommend that show. It's fun.
I would.
It's
It's
short.
just funny because typically, like, I tried to watch it at first.
So,
And I
is
couldn't
this
get through the
domestic
first
girlfriend?
Yes, this is all
Okay.
still domestic girlfriend. It's
All
very
right.
good.
I'll
Ryan's
move-
putting it on his list.
It's already on my list. I'm moving it up my list.
Dude,
And
Devilman
there's straight up
Crybaby,
butts
Actually,
in it.
domestic
There's not-
this is a
girlfriend.
great-
nipples, but
This
What a
is a great
list.
topic. We should, Ryan. What's at the top of your? What are the top 5 of your list?
Well, so the top 5 is constantly changing. I want to watch. Well, I mean, it's fun. Like a month ago, it was ReZero, and now I don't even know where the fuck ReZero is anymore. So
Yeah,
I
ReZero
have
still-
Devil
still
is a
watch
Part-
that.
Dude, if I had more time, I'd watch everything on this list. I have about 2 dozen. Okay, so Domestic Girlfriend, Devilman Crybaby, Ms. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, Devil is a Part-Timer, and there's a bunch of other one.
I'd scratch Devil is a part timer off there.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
It's just not
I would
important
just do. Yeah, I would do Dragon Maid instead.
Dragon Maid?
Because
Okay.
they're both like the same sort of style of like, this is funny and whatever. But Dragon Maid gives you more than just that funny hilariousness, whereas Devil's a Part Timer just sort of like, this is funny and dumb and funny and dumb, and then it just ends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Because
ends
then
in the
I
middle of nowhere.
also have like Future Diary is fairly far up there, and same with
I don't know that
Slime.
one.
Slime
Slime is fun.
is up there.
Slime
but yeah,
again.
I started.
Slime isn't as necessary as say ReZero, I think. Like Slime is very good. It's a good time. I find that ReZero is like the perfect isekai.
Okay. Well, maybe.
ReZero is really good.
Well,
ReZero is
Yeah.
very, very
I'll
good.
sit down with you guys later, and I'll rearrange my whole list to really get
I would
it.
put I would put ReZero in like the same slot. Like you could do that or Future Diary and get a very similar experience. Despite the fact that Future Diary is not isekai, but it hits you the same way.
Word.
It's very
Okay.
it's very fucked up.
I found that Parasite was a lot like that too.
That's one that I need to watch because
That's a fucking good one. But
no, I've heard of that one, and I was like, fuck, I gotta. Now there's more things.
Dude, we have gotten like fucking 19 comments since this video started. Okay. Ryan, what have you been watching? You finished My Hero Academia. I don't know if you talked about that last time, but you finally caught up on that,
I
right?
finally caught up with My Hero.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Hey, this guy.
Just about time for a new season to start.
Dude,
Is
I
it?
know.
Is it
I'm
starting
actually
shortly?
super
A couple
excited.
months, I think, right?
Yeah.
Summer. It's a summer anime.
Yeah.
Is it? I
Well,
don't
so
remember.
my problem with My Hero is I've watched the first 3 episodes, or first three seasons. Is it 3 seasons? Is this the 4th season?
I don't know. There's like 50 something episodes.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
watched all the episodes, and I've watched them all with the English dub, and so that kind of fucks me because then I have to wait for the English dub for the other ones because I hear Midoriya as that squeaky motherfucker who voices every single anime character in every dub ever.
Yeah.
So it's like whenever I hear Midoriya's voice anywhere, it's only Midoriya. So it ruins
Yeah.
everything for me. But that also means that I don't want to watch the subtitle of My Hero. Also, the
Right.
dub's pretty good. But yeah. So, well, like, I digress.
I mean,
Mob
that's
Psycho.
sort of.
Oh, you watched Mob Psycho?
I watched Mob Psycho. I watched One Punch Man.
Dude,
like-
you've watched more anime than most. I
Are
think
you,
all of us.
Are you gonna stay caught up with One Punch Man? One Punch Man season 2 should be
I
out.
already
episode 2.
I've seen episode 1. I haven't seen episode 2. I don't know. The problem
Well, I mean, it
with
comes
One
out
Punch
today.
Man, it might have come out
Okay.
today actually. The problem with One Punch Man is they completely, like, I feel like the new anime style just came out of left field.
Well, it's
like-
a new company.
Well, yeah, but like, I didn't look into One Punch Man before watching season 2. I was just like, I finished
upset about it.
season 1, hopped into season 2, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? People are upset at season 2 because the trailer for it fucking sucked. The trailer was was every like 3 seconds was an extended fade to black, and then it was just black screen for like 2 seconds, and then extended fade into the clip, and then it would do that every 3 to 5 seconds.
Weren't
Sounds
people
like a Bendy
complaining about
trailer.
the animation also? Yeah, that I was gonna say
People
that.
did
It was
not
totally
like the new
Bendy trailer.
animation. And to be fair, I totally get it.
Yeah.
Watching episode 2, I've watched it twice now, or episode 1 of season 2. I've watched it twice now, and the writing is there. Like, there's some decent writing in it. They're obviously setting shit up in that episode, so I give episodes like that are like the first episode of a season a pass. You know?
Yeah.
Because it's like they're setting shit up for the rest of the season. I get it. You have a lot that you need to do. Got it. Build your world. I'm ready. I'll wait. But what was a little rough was just the feel of the show feels different. It feels more serious now. Like, immediately from the start of the show, there's plot. Where it's like, in season 1, there was no goddamn plot.
It felt very My Hero in season 2 right away.
And
You know what I mean? Like, here's like your characters that you love, and then like boom, here's a villain. Boom, here's a villain.
And
We're all superheroes. Like,
I felt like the writers who wrote season 1 helped, but they didn't actually come up with the whole overarching storyline of the episode. Like, the jokes, it's still I enjoyed the first episode of season 2.
Yeah.
But
it was funny.
The jokes weren't the same as season 1. I don't know. One of the reasons why I loved One Punch Man, or why I still love it, is because in season 1 it was almost feel good, but it was like feel good in like this weird way, where we talked about the existential aspect of Saitama in the episode that we released last week, but more than that, it's just like he does shit that's almost like, wow, that's crazy and funny and just ridiculous, and that almost wasn't really presented in the new season.
Not at all.
It's one episode. I want to give it the benefit of the doubt. One episode is not a series defining or a season defining thing, but it is the first episode, so it's kind of
It's the first impression.
exactly.
I can't remember
exactly.
a single not one. I can't remember one and that makes me happy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
what the
mean,
fuck,
like,
dude?
I think that's
meme material.
The glory of One Punch Man is watching a dude who worked out so hard he gave himself Asperger's, like, come into the world again. You know what I mean? And like relearn how to socialize, and like relearn how to like be a person, like dealing with an issue that he gave himself, pretty much. You know? Like it's a very fascinating character study of a very fascinating character, and that's another like that's the reason Mob is so good. They're made by the same guy, and
Dude,
he clearly has this vision of what it is like to be a fucking weirdo, and like what it's like dealing with those issues and becoming a person. Like Mob is literally, the entire show is all about Mob becoming a person. Yeah, like growing up and maturing and self-realization.
Being like, okay, I can actually deal with the world.
It's like all character development.
Yeah. Regardless of psychic ability.
Yeah, or these fights or anything. Like, they're all just like metaphors for like things that you would go through. Any kind of struggle you would go through normally,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a huge part of his character, is like he has these crazy powers, but he's expanding his horizons by doing things he's really bad at, like working out his body and joining the body improvement club and like doing all this shit that all the other psychics are like, why are you bothering with this? You have these cool powers. But he's becoming a more well-rounded person to like build himself up, like the core of him. And that's,
which is inspiring, because like I don't do that shit. Like, I just started doing yoga again. I feel a shit ton better, dude. Like, after starting yoga again,
Oh yeah.
I feel so fucking better. And
guess
mostly
just
because I'm not doing P90 fucking X.
I was gonna say,
But,
that fucked up my back.
No, I'm hanging out with Adrian.
Yeah, it's good to see you in a chair.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right.
Like even this is the longest that I've sat down in a chair in over a week. Like,
You want to know how I know you're a bro?
yeah, give it to me. Give it to me, baby. Let's
Busted
go.
your fucking back doing P90X yoga like an asshole.
Hey, they don't tell you, like, if you've never done yoga before, don't do
Don't
this yoga.
ever- yeah.
They don't tell you that. They're just like, we're gonna do yoga today. It's good for you. I'm pretty sure the guy actually says, like, I'm 45 years old and I could do 30 pull-ups, but that doesn't matter because I need to be flexible. So we're doing yoga today. Like, that's how he introduces the fucking yoga lesson.
Yoga is no fucking joke.
Yeah, yoga's
like,
not easy.
No.
like even like I'm out of shape, obviously. But you know, just these first couple lessons, like yesterday I was sweating my fucking balls off, dude, standing in one spot. Like some of those positions you get into, like if you really get the breathing right and the energy right that they're asking you to like bring, you know, into your body, it's like your whole fucking you're like come on, bitch, let me stop. Like, you know?
Yeah,
like I
dude.
sit there and I swear at Adrian the entire time. Fuck you.
Fucking bitch.
And then she's like, leave a like on the video, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
I do feel better now.
It's not very nice, but all right.
Hey,
So
we
what
should
about
we should look at
questions?
some of the yeah, we should look at some of the questions. that
Well, we
people,
haven't. I mean, we haven't
posted.
even gotten to what Grant or I have been watching. at
Yeah,
all.
but I mean, yeah.
Well, let's just
Yeah,
power
but-
through it.
I mean, we could
Grant,
we
just
could do
list off a bunch. Mike, just list off a bunch. We don't need to do the big in-depth conversation.
This
We'll
is
just
what people like to listen to. I'm just what you
Yeah,
go first, Grant.
So
Yeah.
okay, I watched Mob Like Ryan. I watched Devilman Crybaby. I'm still working on Seven Deadly Sins and also some Dragon Ball Z movies.
Okay.
Working on Seven Deadly Sins is an oxymoron.
It's like I just kind of like occasionally I'll throw an episode on and just kind of
Notice how
take
it doesn't
in.
matter that you haven't seen it in a while?
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's great.
Yeah.
That show is so nothing.
Dude, I love
Yeah.
Gother. He's my hero.
Gother is kind of like a spirit animal, I'm not gonna lie.
He's so great. Anyway, Mike, what have you been watching?
Well, what was your like? What was your impression of? Talk to us about Devilman Crybaby because we haven't gotten into that yet.
Sure. Well, so I'm writing a script on it right now, actually. Not right now, but it's my impression was it's fucking nuts. So I pretty much agree with everyone in that respect. I've kind of been processing the whole thing. I don't want to give any spoilers away because like
That's fine.
Tyler I don't think has seen it and Ryan's
I haven't
watching it
seen it.
right now. So
Yeah, check it out.
yeah, I just fucking loved it. Like the whole I don't know, like the whole ending, there was like this depth to it that I kind of had to like rewatch the first episode to even get like
Okay.
what exactly was happening. Like it's hard to explain without spoiling, obviously.
I haven't seen the last episode yet. I'm still like working my way through it because I started to check out some of the new stuff that's coming out.
For sure.
But yeah, so like Devilman Crybaby has a very unique art style to it. It's almost like Digimon the movie. Do you remember, did you guys ever see Digimon the movie back in the day?
Digimon the movie.
Not the movie.
I was a Pokemon the movie person.
Dude,
Yeah.
Digimon the movie was hailed for how fucking good it was actually. Like it was much better than the Pokemon movie. The art style, it's
Yeah, but I didn't get a free Mew with
A
the
free
Digimon
Mew
movie.
card.
That's true.
That was
You guys
actually
remember that Mew card?
And
Yeah, dude.
we're in the Digimon
And a
movie.
Dragonite
Yeah.
card.
Yeah, and the Dragonite. I forgot about the
Yeah,
Dragonite.
dude. Yeah.
Still got both of those.
I am pretty sure I do too.
Yeah, ancient Mew. But yeah, so like it's very like trippy, and like the art style is very fucking trippy. There's a lot of gore, and I think what I love the most about Devilman Crybaby so far is that it reminds me of what it was like watching anime in the 90s. Because it's just so fucking over the top. Like it's so ridiculous. It is so gross. It is so like adult. Yeah, that is not a show that you would show a kid. Ever.
Unless
Like,
you
Devilman
want to fuck
Crybaby.
him up.
Yeah, unless you really wanted to fuck up a kid, you would not show them. You would hide Devilman Crybaby if it was on a shelf. You would hide that shit.
That first
Um,
episode was.
It's like that every episode, dude. The first episode is just par for the course, man.
Oh
And
my
it just gets
God.
worse and worse too. Like, damn.
Them
oh my God.
titties, though.
It's not even hot. Like that's the one thing that bothered me is like it wasn't even hot. And I
Speak for
No
yourself.
what about
chubs were
that,
had.
Grant, what about that one time where he comes on the ceiling?
That was so amazing, dude. He like, he's clearly having a wet dream. I was like, he's got to be having a wet dream. And then he wakes up like, and then drip.
And he looks up at the ceiling and it's like fucking the Ghostbusters came through, dude. It's like, like all over. It's like this huge, like 6-foot stain on his ceiling. It's so fucked. That show's so fucked.
Oh my god,
Highly
it was
recommend.
great.
I'm
Highly
so
recommend.
down.
That sounds fun.
And as for me, obviously I've watched everything that we did. I really loved Kaguya. That was fantastic. I started watching this anime and then dumped it. It's called 11 Eyes. It's fucking shit. That anime is garbage. It's about this dude who was like adopted and he has an eye patch, and like every day the world changes into this like dark world, and him and this girl who says his name literally every 5 seconds are like trapped in this dark world. They don't know what's going on. Then there's other students from the school that are also transported to this dark world. Then they go back to the human world, and then they go back to the
Wait.
dark world, and then the guy gets powers, and then the girl gets
Is this
powers.
Deltarune?
No, it's just fucking shit, dude. It was just a bad like.
Sounds
I
like
felt,
Deltarune,
I
man.
felt like the anime was
Deltarune
super-
all over again.
super.
It is, and you said it was a girl, right?
There was a guy and a girl.
Elsie's
The guy's
yeah, I think it's Elsie's a girl. I think
Elsie's
that's
a
what we
girl,
just figured
so-
out.
like, but yeah, it was very bad. I felt it was like super patronizing, and there was just like these panty shots for no reason. There was just no reason panty shots like all over the place in that. It wasn't a sexy anime. It wasn't a good anime. It wasn't well drawn. But here there's like these panty shots. It was very disappointing. And then I started watching shit. Well, I gotta pull up Crunchyroll so I can figure this out. But
Do it.
what I'm watching now that I'm very excited about is Demon Slayer.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to get into that.
It's fucking good, dude. There's only
Yeah.
2 episodes right now. But yeah, Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get
damn.
into that show.
It's dark for sure, but I think it has more of a shonen-y thing going on. Like at least from the OP, as I can tell. It's fucking dark. The first episode is brutal.
Awesome.
Like almost on Promised Neverland level. It's pretty fucking good. And then what was that other? I want to start with Fruits Basket. Rising of the Shield Hero. I've been keeping up with. That's been really good lately. Let me pop into my queue real quick.
Yeah, Shield Hero was like I was kind of mad on it when I first started, but it's gotten better.
I love the. I just like I fucking love Raptalia, dude.
I mean,
can't,
Reptilia's great.
I can't get enough.
But like, I don't know. When I first started, I was like, "This is generic as balls." It just seemed like the most generic thing in the world. I was like, "This is isekai. This is just the most classic isekai you can do."
Yeah.
Which is why I like Slime over it, because Slime had a twist on the isekai formula. But as I've watched it more, I've gotten more into it. So
I like it a lot. I would
bored.
recommend the shit out of that one. The other show I've been watching is Trinity 7, which is it's very stupid. It's about this boy who was trapped in some magical world, and then he gets a grimoire and goes to this magical school because he's the best at magic. And he's a demon lord level mage. And then it's like kind of like an ecchi. It's kind of like a shonen. It's stupid, but I'm actually enjoying it. You know, it's got enough plot to follow, and it's easy. It's just something I throw on at night.
That's chill.
I started watching Space Brothers, which is a show that I'm watching for reasons. And
Way to just gloss over that.
yeah, well, we can't talk about it.
Oh, can we not?
That's
Never
why,
mind.
No, we
For
can't talk about it.
reasons. Mm.
For reasons.
How about those questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
hop
well,
into these
well-
questions.
Okay, all right.
Game of
fine.
Thrones is an anime, right? Because I've started watching that.
I had other things I wanted to talk about, but I'm being pressured to finish this episode. So
No, we're being
Here we
pressured
go.
into questions.
I mean, how many questions are there?
A billion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah,
7.
there's a lot.
Yeah, like,
we
we
have
should-
a lot to go
yeah.
through. We need to be pushing this along.
Yeah.
Question 1. How do I get on? That's the wrong one.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, on April 15th, I said on the Patreon, "Hey, is there anything you'd be interested in us discussing tomorrow? Let us know here." And a couple of you guys responded. We appreciate it. Thank you for giving your input. This isn't going to be an every time thing, so if you chose not to put your thoughts down, snooze you fucking lose, dudes. All right, so Matt was the first. So what Matt says is, I'd love to see if you guys have an opinion on something more recent American cartoons released on Netflix, like Hilda, Voltron, The Dragon Prince, and She-Ra. While not Japanese animation, I think there is a strong anime inspiration and solid storytelling upon viewing. I love Bonsai Pop vids and the time you guys take on writing your opinions, and would love to see if you guys have watched these cartoons. Have you guys watched any of those?
I haven't
Yes.
seen any of
Nope.
them.
I've seen Death, Love, and Robots.
Dude,
That was
that
fucking-
was so sick.
So sick, dude.
A lot of them.
If
were
you
very
haven't
good.
seen Death, Love, and Robots, you need to watch that.
It's not
It's-
something that we can really review here because it's like 15 or 16 shows that are all done by different animators and
Yep.
all different. Some of them
Oh,
are
it's
funny, some of them
incredible.
are horrible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
Sounds awesome.
Tyler, you said you had
It
seen
is.
one of those shows?
Yeah. Was it Dragon Prince? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Dragon Prince.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
What is it? What
Netflix original. That I don't know if I watched that in the last month or not. It might have been a couple months ago. It came out with a season 2 recently, I think, which is why I started watching it. I saw Jazz from Stumped Games was talking about it, and I was like,
Okay.
I got nothing to do tonight. That sounds interesting. I'll take a look at that, and I watched through the whole thing. It's
Oh,
you know, it's definitely a like a young person's cartoon. It's not like South Park or like Family Guy or anything like that. You know, it has a wholesome story and like, you know, there's like generic like, oh, it's medieval times with magic and stuff, and there's a good side and a bad side kind of thing. But then the good side and bad side kind of get mixed up, and who's the good and who's the bad? Well, they're sort of intermingled, and like you have like your like crew that's like partially elves and partially humans, and they're like going to like save this dragon egg and stuff.
So
And,
it's like high fantasy.
Yeah, and it's like it was worth a watch for sure. I enjoyed it. I thought the art style was really nice. I definitely think if I remember correctly, the frame rate is weird on it. It
Is
has
it like half CGI?
I don't know what it is exactly, but it felt off, and I had to get used to it.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people didn't like it for that reason. But it took what I would call a kid's anime and grew it up a little bit.
So is it like on the Avatar Last Airbender kind of level?
I haven't watched Avatar.
Oh
So-
fuck. Dude,
yeah.
Avatar's good, man.
I know,
Like
but,
even as an adult, Avatar's
yeah, but I got other things I gotta watch.
pretty- Nah, I feel it. I feel you for sure.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's definitely worth a watch. I would definitely say it has some like having watched more anime now than I would say regular cartoons. Like it definitely has like somewhat of like a grown up like, oh, you know, there's actually shit that's happening here, and like plot actually has consequences, and like, you know, it's funny, but it also like, you know, there's real world things that are happening, and people are dying, and assassins are coming, and all this shit.
In
Um,
the Dragon Prince?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So it's interesting for sure, but I would still call it a little more kidsy than I would like.
Right.
Most of the anime that I like to watch, I feel like, are made for somebody in their 20s. You know?
Yeah. All right.
Uh,
Yeah, I watched Voltron, because I love Voltron. I grew up watching Voltron quite a bit. My uncle had a ton of Voltron toys. He had like a 3-foot Voltron that like you could take all the cats out of, you know, and they became the separate cats, and you could put them back together. Like Voltron's fucking cool. So when Netflix redid Voltron, I was like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna watch the shit out of that. again, it's like a it's like a TVY7 show. There's nothing like too crazy about it. There was a little bit of a gender bend, which was interesting. One of the characters is a girl, but was under basically the guise as a guy for like the first 5 episodes. You didn't necessarily like. I knew it was a girl, but you're not somebody who hadn't seen Voltron before wouldn't have known.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. If you guys don't know, Voltron it's like a classic mech anime. It was one of the first, or at least one of the earliest, and it was these 5 space warriors of some kind. God, it's been a long time. I believe one of them was a princess. This show is actually one of the first shows to have a female as like a main character who fought, which was like really groundbreaking, especially in America. It was also an early anime to come to America, and obviously we bastardized it and ripped it apart and turned it into another show. But they fly these robot cats that are special, and then the robot cats can come together to form Voltron, which is like a Megazord kind of deal. So it was very good. The anime was good, or the show was good. The animation was pretty fluid. The only it didn't take itself very seriously, which is fine. It was made for kids. Some of the one-liners are really fucking cheesy. It's like, again, it's like a TVY7 kid show. It's something that would be on Cartoon Network. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Would I recommend it? Not necessarily. Not unless you're a big Voltron fan. If you really like sci-fi, there was some cool interdimensional stuff. Some cool aliens in it, and that was a lot of fun. The one that isn't mentioned on there though is the Castlevania Netflix show.
That's great.
Oh yeah, that was super good.
You guys have seen it? All of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Castlevania is fucking well. The weird thing about Castlevania was that it definitely also takes from anime. I think.
Oh yeah.
Like the fighting and like everything like that. Yeah. But it's also obviously Western animation at the same time. At least I believe it is. I believe Castlevania is a Western animation. In fact, let's check it out.
Is it? I thought it was an anime, but
I'm 99% sure it wasn't.
I'm pretty sure Mike's right.
I believe it. But that was not my first impression.
American adult animated web television series. Yeah. So yeah, it is Western
animated by Frederator Studios.
Oh, it's done by Frederator.
Powerhouse Animation Studios.
Yeah. So, what I found really interesting about that show. I mean, obviously it was very good. It had just the right characters. Like Alucard, was fucking awesome to see Alucard.
Oh yeah.
Big Symphony of the Night fan. But the character animations fucking sucked. If 2 characters are sitting around talking, it looked like garbage. It looked like shit. They were just kind of like.
Yeah, there was some mouth movement. Yeah.
It was just super weird. But then they would have these gorgeous backdrops, like the shots of the fucking castle in the distance, especially towards the end of the 2nd season when it was moving around and shit, and these huge war sequences, when the castle's blowing through the water and shit like that, and it was so fucking gorgeous. And then when the real fighting happened, the smoothness of the animation when Trevor is using the whip, especially the second whip he gets with the Morning Star on it, and you can really see it and feel it when it hits his elbow when he throws it back at him, and wraps it around his foot and then kicks his foot out and it comes up and around, and the tracking on it is so fucking gorgeous. That was really fun. That was a good show. I like that one.
I really like that too. It's always really interesting to see stuff like that that's done really well and really one of the things, and this is an American made show obviously, but one of the things that I've loved about Archer for a long time is that they made the decision to have 2 separate studios animate it, and one studio does all the people and all the foreground stuff, and the background is a completely separate studio.
Whoa.
And that's why you get if you look at Archer, it's completely different style what the characters are versus what the background is every single episode, and it's always been that way
because they pop so differently.
Yeah, they pop really, really well because it's so inherently different from each other. It's really
cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let's move on to Lady Cerebellum. Wants to know our opinions and speculations on upcoming films and shows like the Joker movie or the Netflix Cowboy Bebop.
So my opinion on the Netflix Cowboy Bebop, I think it's going to be bad. That's
I agree.
just my prediction. I think it's going to be
think we all
horrible,
agree.
total train wreck. Maybe it'll have some highlights.
Prove us wrong, Netflix.
Yeah, sorry. I don't believe in live action anime.
After
I just
Death
think
Note,
it's gonna be
dude,
bad.
After Death
Death
Note,
Note?
Yeah.
After the Death
after-
Note movie,
has there-
everything is bullshit.
Has there ever been a good live action anime?
I don't
I don't know
think so.
because they're all in Japanese and they don't come over here.
Yeah, that's fair.
They make them all the time. There's like a live action Attack on Titan. There's a bunch of them, and they don't make them. They just don't bring them over here. So all we have is Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh my
Guys,
God,
remember-
that
did
was
you guys
so
see that
bad.
movie?
Yeah, I
No.
did. It was horrible.
It's so bad. It is like next level. It is like worse than
It's like impressively bad.
Shyamalan's Avatar. Bad. Like it is
Wow.
so fucking bad, dude.
You know what's sad is when I went to watch it, I was stoked. I was like, fuck yeah, Dragon Ball Evolution, they're making a live action Dragon Ball movie. This is gonna be sick.
Yeah.
It was so bad, dude.
It was so bad.
Everything
it was like,
about it was horrible. The
Everything
visual
was
effects
wrong.
sucked. Oh yeah.
It was just
Oh man. The plot
it
was
was
just-
wrong for the people who liked the anime and it was still bad for people who didn't care. It was just a fucking shit movie.
Yeah.
So normally, like, because like I generally trust Netflix with shit. They make great I mean, Daredevil, dude. Like, they took a character
Well,
that has been on the
Daredevil's
ass end of the Marvel
discontinued,
spectrum
too.
for fucking years. Like, Daredevil was like a deep cut character that you only read because you fucking loved Daredevil, you know? And they took him and they made a show out of Daredevil, and it was awesome. Like, every season I've seen of Daredevil was fucking sick. And then, you know, so when they announced Death Note, I was like, it might be good. Like, this could actually be really good.
Yeah, but then it wasn't.
That was bad. It was
Then,
bad. So they
then
completely
fucking
lost-
Light had frosted tips or
It
whatever.
took place in Seattle.
Yeah, it made no goddamn sense, dude.
Hell was some black guy who ran like this.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing was very very strange. And I mean,
Oh,
like, we
God.
made a video on it on Tracicle.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I remember that. I remember being disappointed that I couldn't write it.
Yeah, I think it's just I wrote it.
Yeah, and I was working on Earthbound at the time.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
other projects going on.
Yeah.
that
As
was,
there always are.
So I think to answer the question is no, we're not excited. If that was
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited either way because either way we get more content to talk about it.
Yeah,
And-
go with shit on it, I guess.
Would you waste an episode talking about live action Cowboy Bebop?
It's not a waste, dude. That's the episode that'll blow up. That's a 600,000
Yeah.
video, 600,000 view video.
Oh,
for
you're
sure.
probably right.
So she specifically, I mean, I'm saying she because lady, but who knows? Mentioned the Joker movie. Have you guys looked into it at all?
Not even
Nope.
a little
I
bit.
don't know anything about it.
So there's a Joker specific movie coming out, and the Joker is being played by Joaquin Phoenix.
Ooh.
Who I don't know if you know Joaquin Phoenix very well, brother of River Phoenix, who tragically died sometime after his he was in Stand By Me. His older brother was in Stand By Me. Anyway, Joaquin Phoenix played Johnny Cash in the Johnny Cash movie.
Mhm.
He's a fucking good actor. He was in She, right? Like the movie about him and the AI intelligence that he falls in love with.
I've heard good things about that, but I've not seen it.
Joaquin
Oh,
Phoenix is a
actually,
very
I did
talented
see
actor.
that. I
Yeah,
saw that movie. I actually
Or
saw
her,
a movie.
you saw
Ryan's like, yeah, I did it.
that one?
Saw a thing.
That's like a
Yeah.
Sundance indie flick Oscar pick, dude.
Yeah, suck my
saw
dick,
that
Mike.
What the hell were you on when you decided to watch that movie?
It's not,
I
it's not
can
very
I can
basic
watch
of you.
whatever the fuck I want as long as it's not Star Wars.
You're an asshole. Yeah, so Joaquin Phoenix is a very, very talented actor. I think if anybody was going to play the Joker, it should be him. Definitely better than the fucking 30 Seconds to Mars guy. That was
Was that the guy who was in Suicide Squad that they edited out?
yes. I for some reason I can't remember his name. He was also in Fight Club, and he was the lead character. He played the blonde guy in Fight Club, and he was the lead character in Requiem for a Dream, which is like my least favorite movie of all time.
By the way, funny
Disturbing
thing,
one.
I was just looking up Joaquin Phoenix, and I was like, I don't know how to spell his first name. Turns out, Walking Phoenix, like just walking, is a very common misspelling for his name.
Yeah, I believe it. Well, phones. Probably autocorrect.
That's fucking funny, dude.
As far as a Joker movie, I think it's gonna be shit.
I mean, yeah.
You don't focus on the
Probably.
Joker. The Joker is an aspect of
Joker
Batman.
focuses on you.
Right. Like the Joker is only good because Batman is there to be Batman. And without Batman, the Joker is pointless.
Like,
You
you're
have
not supposed to go into his character because his character revolves around fucking up Batman.
and being insane. Like the Joker,
Yeah.
like his past doesn't exist. It's never existed. There's always been multiple different kinds of backstories. Specifically, Grant is frozen right now with his eyes closed like this. It's all good. You're back though. Yeah. So I don't think it's a good idea to make a Joker movie. I'm actually a very, 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 very big Batman fan. Fucking love Batman. And with the Joker is very important to that, like quintessential to that series. And the DCU is they're fucking idiots. Like everything that they've tried to do with their movie franchise has been dog shit. Since what was it, Sam Raimi who had that was Spider-Man. The dude who did the Batman films back when we were in middle school and shit. Those movies were
Christopher Nolan?
Yeah, Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan, yeah, that's who it was. Except for the third one. The third one was bullshit. Third one kind of fucking sucked because Batman would never take 6 years off. Batman doesn't do that shit. Batman doesn't ever fucking stop. He definitely wouldn't do it because fucking Maggie Gyllenhaal died. Fuck that. Do you know how much hot ass billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne could get? He's gonna take 6 years off being Batman for fucking ugly ass Maggie Gyllenhaal? I don't think so. I don't fucking think so. And then he only starts being Batman again because some fucking lady stole his mommy's pearls. It's bullshit, dude. Batman doesn't stop. That's what makes Batman great.
Begins and The Dark Knight were both good movies.
They were great.
I remember those both being just like, holy fuck, those were good.
Yeah. Also, Bane was fun.
Yeah,
You know.
they almost made a trilogy better than Lord of the Rings. Almost.
It's true.
Almost.
But
Yeah, I would say I'd probably rather watch The Lord of the Rings than that.
yeah.
Um,
It's just like, like The Dark Knight might be the best movie of all of them. Like, Dark Knight's a fucking amazing movie.
Yeah.
But Lord of the Rings is good through and through. It's fucking amazing from start to finish. And it's amazing.
I don't know if I'd want to watch the first one again. I've seen the first
one's
Lord
the
of the
best one,
Rings.
dude.
That's your favorite one? The third? I like the third
Fellowship?
one.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked the second and third. Those were.
Most people like the second and third. The first one was more of a fan movie. It was made
yeah.
to appeal to people who read the books.
Yeah, it definitely didn't have as much
So-
action in it and shit.
So
as the
yeah,
rest
but
of
there's
them.
like a shit ton of like little things that like if you've read the books you'll notice that are like, oh, they fucking put that in. That's awesome. Like
See?
there's
Yeah.
a scene where like the hobbits are with there's a scene there where like the hobbits are with Aragorn, and he's like taking them to the elves.
Yeah.
And, like Frodo's like
Taking him
about
to Isengard?
Yeah, no. But he's taking him to Rivendell, and they're in like Frodo's like passed out on the ground. He's like choking because he got hit by the Ringwraith sword.
Yep,
Yeah.
I remember that.
And it's like a
Fucked me
close
up
up
as a
and
kid.
like, and he's like, we need Athelas to like dull the pain or whatever. And they're like spread out and find it, and then it goes from a close up with them with Frodo to a wide, and there's it's super hard to notice unless you're looking for it. But they're surrounded by 3 fucking trolls that are in stone, and you're like, oh shit, that's from The Hobbit. They're at the same spot that they were in The Hobbit. That's awesome. And then shit like that. It's great.
Yeah. I would never have noticed. But that's great. It's always, I love watching people nerd out. You're a fucking dork.
So we got 5 more questions.
Yeah. Are you in a rush, Rye?
My back is starting to fucking hurt. I need to pick up my car before D&D in 45 minutes. I'm not as worried about that, but my back is really starting to tighten up.
Okay.
I would appreciate it if we could do more of a lightning round.
Lightning
'cause
round.
I need to get up and start moving around. We've been going for like an hour and 20 minutes or so.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Well,
Lightning
to be
round.
fair, I don't think Sammy understood the question. How about a why you should watch Shield Hero?
Oh, I think that was
Thanks,
for an
Sammy.
actual
Got
show
the
topic,
note.
right?
No, we got the
Um,
note. Thanks, Sammy.
I also don't understand Joey Quinn's question. Why is anime the way it is? I appreciate you coming or like leaving a question, Joey. Next time, a little bit more context.
Well, the answer
Why
is
is anime
Japanese people.
Japan?
That's how
Why
you
is
lightning
anime
round
the
a
way it
question,
is?
Grant. Well done.
There you go, Joey
Precise.
Quinn. I assume that's youngster Joey.
I assume so.
Probably.
I think it is too. I also wonder if that's Quinn. That's like on Twitter all the time. I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't
Oh,
know.
no, I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Cole the Coward says, ideally, I would love for you guys to talk about something offbeat, like about how Youth and how High Score Girl on Netflix. Oh, I also started watching that. That is a fucking awesome show, and I highly recommend it. It actually uses real video game footage in the anime.
What?
It's all about it's all about like Capcom and Street Fighter 2. It takes place in 1991 in Japan. It's about this little kid. Really quickly, it's about this little kid who's like an arcade rat in 1991 in Japan. He's a huge Street Fighter buff, but he also likes all other video games. And he's sitting at the arcade one day, and a little girl comes in, and it turns out she's like the top in his class, and she's like from a rich family, and she kicks the shit out of him in Street Fighter 2 using Zangief. And like that's a big deal because Zangief is so hard to use. You know, it's like the video game aspect of the show is very, very real. The 90s aspect of the show where like this girl is not supposed to be in my arcade kind of deal is like very real. It's fucking good, and the two of them are attached to they become very attached to each other, and that's the story
That
of the
sounds
show.
like a great script
Yeah,
right
that
there.
sounds super fun.
That sounds
It
like
is.
a super entertaining script idea.
It's really, really fun. About how Youth and how High Score Girl on Netflix reflects on using old fighting games for its analogies or to ponder over the respect of a living balance of life, technology, and nature that the anime Silver Spoon explores. Anime Silver Spoon explores. We have not seen Silver Spoon.
Is anime
Good series made by the creator of Full Metal Alchemist.
Silver Spoon?
Yeah. So, Cole, because you wrote such a good question, I think we're going to sit on it, and over the next month, I think the rest of the guys should check out High Score Girl.
Silver
and then-
Spoon is available on Netflix.
I'll give you a super answer.
Yeah. And then I think next time we'll
No,
save
it's
we'll
not.
save your question.
This is not
my God.
Silver Spoon.
Oh,
Dude,
God, Ryan.
we have access to Funimation.
No, it's on
And
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll.
I googled it. It said available on Netflix. I clicked
Yeah,
it. It took me.
don't Google.
Apparently,
Go to
there's
Crunchyroll.
Okay,
First.
I'm sorry. I'm a white
Stop
boy
being such a
anime
white boy
pleb.
anime pleb.
I can't help
Jay-
it.
So yes, Cole. Next time we will give your good question a good answer.
Yeah,
And in the
because I honestly
meantime,
haven't seen these yet, so it's hard to say.
Yeah, that's a
JM
solid question.
says Mike should download Girls X Battle 2 and should give us a detailed report on the game and how either great or horrible it is. That's from a tweet that I made the other day. Next time, JM, I will do that for you because you are a huge supporter of our show and an awesome dude. If you guys don't know JM, become friends with him. He will make your life better.
Yeah, we'll
Uh,
see you in like an hour, JM. He's also
Yes.
our DM, so we'll see him for
Dungeons
D&D in
and
like an hour.
Dragons.
And then Bolwick says something interesting could be looking into the high patriotism in Gate and the complaint it has been getting from people. So I don't know. I watched Gate. I recommend Gate, actually. Gate is an isekai. And it is about a grown-ass man who is an otaku and also a military black ops guy.
All right.
And he hates work. He fucking hates work. The only reason he is in the
Sounds
Black
great.
Ops, the only reason he was in the Black Ops is so he could pay to go to all the conventions for like this like specific thing that he really likes.
This
I like
sounds
that.
amazing.
Yeah, it is. It is. And then one day in the middle of Tokyo, a gate opens up to another world, and Tokyo is invaded, and then the army pushes them back, and then the army goes into the gate to set up an occupation, in this other world,
Gotcha.
and he is put in charge of it to a certain degree.
Wow. This sounds interesting as heck.
Yeah,
it's
this sounds
it's
my.
super fucking good. It's isekai, it's action, it's romance, it's harem, and it's a ton of fucking fun. I don't know about the patriotism issue. I'm gonna look into it. Patriotism issue gate. I'm not getting anything about the. I'll put anime after that. Bullock, you might have to send us some stuff. Gate and an idealistic nationalistic Japan. Anime Reddit. Okay. Let's see what Reddit has to say about this shit.
Oh, joy.
Sorry, Ryan, I'm going as fast as I can.
No, dude, it's fine. I just wanted to say something, so we sped it
This
up.
is-
Keep
This is
taking
a
your time, buddy.
fucking
It's not a big deal.
essay, dude. You know what, Bullock?
Well,
We're gonna
here's
have
what
to-
we should do, right? I want to watch this now. I'll watch it with this question in mind.
Okay.
And then we can like have some ideas for next time.
Yeah,
and I think it's important to, like, if you guys haven't educated yourselves yet on like Japanese nationalism and like the issues I mean, Tyler, you probably know from history, like the issues with Japanese
I mean,
nationalism.
The
that
Japanese have had a lot of issues with other countries.
yeah,
It's just there's very much something to be said about the Japanese want to be Japanese and nobody else except for maybe the French.
Yeah.
And they like the United States when it was founded was like, we're going to be isolationist, and then we were for like a year, and then we stopped being isolationist, right?
yeah,
We not for like a year, but like obviously like George Washington was like, we are not going to meddle in the affairs of others, and then obviously now we control half the world with fucking bases and shit, and it's all fucked up. Japan basically did the same thing, except for they still do it to this day.
to a degree,
You know?
for sure.
Like they're still very much like, yeah, but we're Japan, we're over here, like our hands are over here, and we're gonna stay over here.
We got this sweet island. Don't feel like
well,
leaving it.
multiple islands, but yeah, Japan has always been extremely nationalist and also extremely isolationist. Even in this day and age, they're still more isolationist than the vast majority of places.
as well as xenophobic, for sure. Like they're
Oh,
very
yeah.
xenophobic.
Extremely.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested in seeing how that relates to this anime.
Okay, guys. So last thing on the list was I have a really cool piece of news for you guys.
what's the news?
He got circumcised, and he's
And
gone.
he's gone! He leaves! What the fuck?
He's a tease.
Hey guys, I have a
Dude.
really good piece of news. I have a really good.
Dude, this is like the biggest blue balls. It's literally a blue ball that's
I have a
spinning.
good
The blue
piece
loading
of
screen.
news. Just yeah. The oh my
Is this the
god.
point where we talk shit on Mike because he can't fucking get his shit together?
Yeah, what the fuck, Mike? What the fuck? Hello, Mike.
Hey, I'm back. I don't know what the fuck happened.
All right, hey buddy.
Dude, you
so,
blue balls
guess we're not
us
using my
so
footage.
hard.
Yeah, that was the most blue balls bullshit of like.
Okay.
So what happened?
So yes, very exciting news. All right.
Okay.
Sony has announced the PS5.
Okay.
Whoa.
Cool.
Yeah. They haven't announced when it's coming out. It's not going to be 2019. And it's unnamed, so I'm calling it the PS5. But they have given some information on it. So it is going to be a true generational shift, which includes a few new fundamental adjustments: CPU, GPU, graphical fidelity and visual effects, system memory increases in size and speed, etc., etc. So that sounds generic.
Yeah.
So here's something that Ryan will be interested in. I don't know if the rest of you guys are going to follow along.
Holographic
Next generation
girls.
console, AMD chip at the heart of the device. The CPU is based on the third generation of AMD's Ryzen line and contains 8 cores of the company's 7nm Zen 2 microarchitecture. The GPU, a custom variation of Radeon's Navi family, will support ray tracing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay. And he's gone.
Yeah. He's super gone, but he looked very excited.
So
I don't know
mean,
what any of them.
I can't.
ray
I dropped
tracing.
out.
Ray tracing
to
is
stop
essentially
recording.
like an image rendering idea for like ray tracing makes lighting super realistic.
Cool.
Is kind of what it comes down to.
And it also, I am I back for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're
I
back.
had to stop recording. I think it was fucking up my shit.
That's fine.
But yeah, ray tracing. The other thing it can do is it can work with sound, as well, because it traces all rays. So it's like, it can like basically the other thing that they're working on with this is new audio that like has never been seen before in games. They're talking
Dude.
sounds from above, sounds from below, all sides, like a brand new 3D audio setup,
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
which is going to work with the ray tracing.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's super fucking interesting. Yes. So the ray tracing is a technique that models the travel of light to simulate complex interactions in 3D environments. While ray tracing is a staple of Hollywood visual effects, it's beginning to worm its way into high-end processors and NVIDIA's recently announced RTX line. No game console has been able to manage it yet. So the immediate
Chill
benefits
now.
are largely visual because it mimics the way light bounces from object to object in a scene. Reflective surfaces and refractions through glass or liquid can be rendered much more accurately, even in real time, leading to heightened realism. Okay.
Yeah.
So, this
And he's gone.
blue balls.
I know, right?
Mike.
Mike is fucking up.
Michael.
We should end the shit while he's fucking while he's still able to get online.
Yeah.
Because
Well, that's dope. So
you guys keep freezing on me. I
You
don't know.
keep freezing on us.
It's not us on you,
blame
dude.
us.
What the hell is happening?
all
One
right,
sec.
well,
I gotta.
let's
We
now
should-
that
we should
you're
wrap
fucking up, let's call it. Let's
What was the
sign
last thing
off.
you heard though? Because I dropped.
I don't know.
dropped
Ray
a nugget,
tracing.
though.
Yeah.
Okay, it's backwards compatible with PS4 games.
Oh, no shit.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
It has a solid state hard drive.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
expected.
Oh, God.
They need
A
that.
huge solid state hard drive. And it goes up to 8K graphics.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Dang.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of graphics.
Yeah. It's going to be a big deal.
It's a really big deal, guys.
And we are probably going to be hearing about it at E3.
Oh,
Hell
Probably.
yeah. I'm
God.
so
Which might
stoked.
mean we might be able to test it at E3.
That would be so
That would
cool.
be really fucking cool.
That would be
That
so
would be
cool.
very, very cool if that
Yeah.
was the case.
So yeah, so that's my big news for the day.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
See
Dude, this has been a good Patreon show.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It's been long. It was longer than I expected it to be, for sure.
Oh yeah. It was
Dude, it's so easy to just talk
It is.
Oh yeah.
about shit.
Well,
Like,
all the patrons. Thank you.
Thank you.
oh, the single patrons.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All 7 of you guys who answered excuse me. Wow. Who asked us questions. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you.
Seriously,
We
thanks.
won't
And,
forget about the ones we didn't answer.
Yeah, we're well, we answered Cole's. Cole will watch High School Girl and check into all that stuff. And Bullwick will
You're
check
gonna watch
out
High School
Gate.
Girls?
High School Girls. High School Girls.
Oh,
I'm gonna
High
go
School
watch
right
High
across the
School
street.
Girls.
I'm gonna
Yeah, we'll check those
High
2
School Girls.
questions. And
Alright.
yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out and watching this this month's Patreon show. We're gonna be switching things up for some of the Patreon shows. We're gonna try new things, make it interesting, engaging, all that fun stuff. So we'll
So
be
let us know what you want to see,
Yes. What do you want to see?
because
us do?
that's what's most important. Honestly.
exactly.
yeah.
Let us
We got
let us
ideas.
know.
We got some ideas.
Hell yeah.
Get us in the Discord. Get in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, what are you doing? Part of your
Yeah.
benefits.
Get in the
Be
Discord.
social. Come hang out with us. We'll talk to you. We're not
It's
mean.
true. And we talked to that community is fucking dope. Like,
Yeah, it's a treat every time we're able to make it in there.
Everyone
good
is
time.
great.
which
Oh,
is
yeah,
like a
it's so
good
good.
amount of like we talk fairly often in there. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Seriously.
For sure. It's a home away from home.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for
Anyway.
watching, everybody.
Thank you.
Let's close it down, guys.
We'll
Yeah.
see you guys next month. We'll see you guys for the Super Saiyan 2 patrons. We'll see you sometime in the next couple of weeks or week, whatever.
Are we doing?
for
Are we gonna
the
do a
monthly
movie this time?
viewing parties.
We gotta figure it out,
we'll
man.
Talk. We'll figure it out. And
Okay.
Bonsai scripts, they're always up on Patreon. Again, join the Discord if you haven't. But thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye guys.
Toodles.
Bye.